Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting here once again with the love of my life for take number 2.
Yep.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I went on a little rant in the last intro, and I went on a little rant in my last video.
Yeah.
So he was like, "No, we need to redo this because you did too much."
Yeah. So we are, of course, here to talk some shit. And the first thing that I want to talk about is Jaclyn Hill. So Jaclyn uploaded a TikTok and she was talking about chicken anxiety. And I have to say, and I want to get everybody else's opinion out there as well, because I have talked about this for a while. I will always order the chicken from like pizza places. I love the Domino's chicken. I love the Pizza Hut chicken. But there have been times where I have like gotten halfway through eating my wings and I will take a bite into the boneless wing and it will be very chewy. It'll be like very smushy and it will just have a disgusting texture and it will ruin the rest of the chicken for me, and I'm like, I'm not eating this. So I agree with her. This chicken anxiety is a real thing.
Okay, so here's the problem. I'm sitting in the Chick-fil-A parking lot, all right? I just got done working out, and like, you know, this is what happens when you try to make the healthy option. I've got grilled chicken here, okay? I've got my little sauce, and I go to take a bite, and it's just, oh my God, you guys, I'm not kidding, like my throat. Hold on. Can I tell you the chicken anxiety? Like, I will throw up. What is that? What the hell is that that's holding that together? Is that a tendon? This shit will make you vegan real quick. Are you joking? There's nothing worse than that bite. The ones out there with the chicken anxiety know what I'm talking about. You get a certain bite and it goes, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm literally getting so nauseated. I can't. It's like that gristly nut. No. Let me just say, at home, when I prepare my own chicken, I do surgery on that breast. I'm in there cutting all the fat out, all out before I cook it. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that like with steak and stuff, when you get like gristle and stuff.
Yes.
I completely relate to this. I cannot stand that.
Like, have y'all ever had some chicken and you bit into it and it was a little bit smushy and you're just like, ugh. I'm already like iffy when it comes to chicken because I don't like cooking it at all. Like, either it's going to be really
It's the
dry.
texture of it.
No, I will cook that until it is dry.
That's
because
just like,
I don't want it to be like pink anywhere.
That's just like avocados. Like, I want to like avocados. I just can't like the texture.
Oh my God, no. Avocado toast is so good. Yes,
I can't
a little
do it.
crushed red pepper. So good. The next thing that I want to talk about is I saw over on TikTok, apparently Yolanda is coming out with some kind of documentary. It's going to be like a 3-part series on oxygen. She wants to tell her side of the story and she wants to set the record straight for everyone.
We know your side of the story.
We do.
We know what you did.
Apparently, she's trying to have this Gypsy Rose type of moment. And I don't know if she's thinking that she's going to be able to like sway some people because her release is coming up in 2025. So she's probably hoping to be like, maybe I can like make people take my side. So when I get out there, it'll be a little bit easier. I think she's going to make it a lot worse for herself.
The answer is no. No, ma'am.
Are y'all going to be watching this documentary with Yolanda? Like, do you want to hear anything she has
to say?
Oh,
I'm going to watch it. I thought about even like reacting to it because Yolanda is not going to get out here and try to like do a revisionist history of what happened with Selena. Girl, you know what you did.
She apparently is trying to say that they were like lovers at like one point. Yolanda and
you know
Selena.
what? I've actually heard that rumor before, but I don't believe that for one second. This is her. I wonder if she's going to try to make some money off of this. Do you think that's what this is? Because,
of course,
girl, you are not Gypsy Rose. Do you think that she saw the Gypsy Rose thing play out and she was like, "Oh, I murdered Selena. Let me."
She's of course going to try to make some money off of this. Like when she gets out of prison, you know somebody is going to offer up some money for the first interview with her, and people are going to watch it. She's going to be shoved down everybody's throats.
Okay.
I don't think the reaction from the public is going to be so nice to Selena. I
It's
mean, but I
not.
also said that about Casey Anthony and like George Zimmerman, and they're still walking around. I mean,
with Gypsy Rose, I don't know why. I guess it's because her childhood was stolen from her. I feel really bad for her. And I don't feel like people should hold their past against her. But with Yolanda, it's stronger and it's different because I really do not like Yolanda.
Literally.
I feel a little bit biased in this because
it's anything for Selena's.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
It really is.
And it's going to remain that way. And the stands, they remember.
This was a missed opportunity. If I knew, I forgot. I would have worn my Selena shirt to stand in solidarity with Selena because Yolanda, hell no.
It's the fact that Oxygen would even think that anybody wants to see a 3-part series.
Rage bait. I'm telling you, that's the newest thing.
She was like, it's time to set the record straight.
Girl.
No, it's not.
First of all, I don't think that when Yolanda gets released that she's really aware of the smoke that she's going to get. I think they're going to have to put her in like
you know what?
like security or something.
I think that there's probably people gassing her up, like, no, the public loves you. That's probably what they told her to get her to do this documentary.
What's to
like,
love?
The people want to hear your side. They think that you're innocent in all this. Nope, this is probably what they're saying. So
Oh, you think they're gaslighting her?
They're gassing her up. So she's like, I have a fan base out there. I'm going to get out. Everything's going to be great. She's going to step out of that gate and...
Girl, it's on site.
It's
I'm
anything
telling
for
you,
Salinas.
like, people think that that's a joke, but there's really people out there that would fight Yolanda.
Yeah.
Like, for real, whoop her ass.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's anything that could redeem her. What she took from people?
No.
What she took from the world?
No.
Who knows where Selena would be at now?
Yeah.
Or what she'd be doing with her life. She would be one of the biggest people out there. She would be on the level of Beyonce, I believe.
We wouldn't have J-Lo.
Oh, girl, hell no.
Ashanti would have been out of a job.
No, Ashanti's a real singer. J-Lo is not.
Isn't Ashanti the one that they said was like
Yes.
doing J-Lo's vocals?
Nobody wants to believe that, but that is true. J-Lo, on some of her songs, it was Ashanti. And then on other songs, it was another person. But she's out here performing. And
But you know what? J-Lo is a great performer. When she was on SNL the other night, the comedian that was on there as well, I guess like back in the day, had some tweets saying that Jennifer Lopez's whole career was like a scam.
Where's the lie?
And they literally had to stand on stage next to each other, and you could tell. They told J-Lo what this lady said. They told her what she said, and she did not look like she wanted to be around that lady. Like, it was so fake.
Listen.
Did anybody see that? Did you guys watch that?
I think that J-Lo has a very dark aura around her. I've
say she's a
said that
witch.
for years. She probably is.
Good for
I've
her.
read some things about her on the internet, and I've seen some TikToks that people have put together of her. Apparently, she's really into some dark stuff.
And moving on from that, let's talk about Jeffree Star, because the other day he uploaded a TikTok where he was reviewing this new, like, I think it's called Polite Society, their new foundation, and he made a TikTok and he dragged a bunch of people like through the fucking dirt.
He
like,
was sitting there. He was like, "Oh my God, I think Jeffree just came for James and all these different people." And we were both sitting there listening to that. And I was just like,
so if you don't know, this brand is going viral right now, and people wanted Jeffree Star to review the foundation. So he did a little research into actually own the brand, and it turns out it was Too Faced old CEO
Jerrod
Jerrod
Blandino,
who did the Rich Lives Matter cake. Let's not forget the Rich Lives Matter cake, everybody. So in this video, Jeffree Star proceeded to literally drag Jerrod Blandino's sister, because you'll remember they like started going back and forth with Jeffree when he talked about the Nicki tutorials getting f***ed over by the company.
Girl, that Jerrod Blandino's sister, we need to talk about that for a second, because I remember back in the day, she was coming for John Cookian. She was coming for John Cookie, and she was coming for me. She left me nasty, mean comments. And all we were doing was reporting on what Jerrod Blandino was doing and how he ripped off Nicki tutorials.
Yeah, he really did. They her over $50,000 when they went on to sell like millions of that product is so like such shit.
A lot of people forget that Jeffree Star actually put Nicki tutorials in a very weird place when he did that, because he called her out during a time when Nicki was not discussing this. She was not talking about it. It really wasn't Jeffree Star's place to talk about it at all.
No.
But that's just another case of Jeffree Star running his mouth where he ain't got no business.
Yeah, but you know what? It really did open up the eyes to like Jerrod Blandino and his nasty ways. So, I mean, it was fucked up that Jeffree brought it up when Nicki didn't want to talk about it. But at the end of the day, I mean, looking at it,
Jerrod Blandino is a terrible person.
no, he truly is.
He's not a nice
person. He
person.
truly is. That's, a lot of people say that. A lot of people actually do say
you
that.
can just look at him and tell that he's not a nice person. He looks friendly on the outside, but there's something more to that.
Girl, he looks like Teresa Romer on the outside. So also in this video, Jeffree came for James Charles and Mikayla. So he went on to say that James Charles has admitted to texting with minors, and he's wondering why he's not in jail. I actually saw the comment that Jeffree responded to people like, why is he not in prison yet? He also said that Mikayla allowed James Charles at her wedding, who...
I mean, I don't like agreeing with Jeffree, but a broken clock is right twice a day.
Right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back for another makeup review. How are ya? Baby! We are back from Miami. We had a really amazing, wild, crazy weekend. My voice was a little lost, and now she's she's back. Of course, we're here in Wyoming. We're back at the ranch, and everyone has been begging me to use this foundation. I guess it looks like an egg. Let's investigate. Okay, so this is a new brand. It's called Polite Society. It looks like an egg. Everyone has been begging and dying for me to try it. So I've never heard of this brand before. The packaging, kind of boring. You open it up and it says positivity behind beauty. Now, who is behind this brand and who are the owners? Let's take a peek. Okay, are y'all trying to set me up? I really think y'all were trying to set me up by making me try this. Not the former owners of Too Faced being the new owners of this brand. Of course, someone so hateful and awful would have a fake positive message inside their box. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so 2024, let's stick to our morals. This is not about drama, but years ago, Nikki Tutorials did a collab with Too Faced. They made millions and millions of dollars off of her. She made 50K. They literally raked in the money, spit her out. I exposed it. This nightmare, the former owner of Too Faced, went on a full rampage. Him and his sister attacked me for months. I stopped using Too Faced on all of my social media. Estee Lauder bought Too Faced. They then asked him to shut the up, and they called him and silenced him, and they removed him off the board. Too Faced is now owned exclusively by Estee Lauder, so we decided to use it the other day. The blush is cute. He had nothing to do with it. Thank God, Estee Lauder, you woke up. But what we're not gonna do is go against our morals and try something created by a monster. So I know this is not promoted, that this is the former owner, but we Googled it and we found out. And a lot of people are like, but Jeffree, Mikayla said this could be a potential wedding foundation. Well, she also had James Charles at her wedding and he admitted to texting. So think about the people you support and the company they keep and spend your money where it should belong. Us as consumers need to stop spending money on pieces of shit.
Okay.
And you know what? A lot of people are like, why is he still talking about it? I'm glad that Jeffree is still throwing shade about this and bringing it up so people still remember, because a lot of people like to forget, and a lot of people on TikTok like to forget as well, because James Charles has built a completely different fan base over on TikTok than what is on his YouTube channel.
Well, that's what Jeffree Star's trying to do. At the end of the day, he's still copying the blueprint that James Charles has set out, because he transitioned over to TikTok, and then, of course, we've seen Jeffree do it.
Jeffree is also doing what James did when he was coming out with the painted stuff. He's coming onto TikTok, and he's like showing lab samples and like what future products are going to be to get people's feedback. It's smart.
It is smart.
And they say that Jeffree has like ripped off James Charles like many times over.
He has.
Especially like with that series that he did with Shane Dawson. People say that he took the idea from James Charles.
Listen, James Charles, like I said, a broken clock can be right twice a day, but there are some things that he does that are very smart. He's doing his marketing research all at the same time while he's engaging with his audience and finding out what they want.
Nobody is saying that James Charles
but
is
he's
bad
a
at
terrible
business.
guy. No,
Great.
I agree.
You could say one nice thing about James Charles, it would have to be that his work ethic, I would say, is something that you could just out of the blue. But he's also a predator and an admitted one at that.
But here,
so to the victims.
But while we're talking about that, Jeffree Star called out Megan Thee Stallion, right? And he said he sided with Nicki Minaj. If that's the case, that's just another situation where he's agreeing with somebody that supports. Because look at Nicki Minaj's husband.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So how are you going to be against one but not the other? That was the whole discourse around that conversation that people were having about Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
So Jeffree Star, he gets some things right, but the vast majority of things he doesn't. He don't.
Oh, girl, him and Nicki Minaj are made for each other.
Oh, yeah,
Nicki
same
Minaj
demon.
sure has
Same
been
demon.
quiet, and so have the Barbs. They have been extremely quiet ever since a hit
She lost that Grammy,
one.
girl.
Well, the Grammy thing, oh my God, the Grammy snub was so messed up. The fact that they had it everywhere that she won and then took it back. I did see that.
That is kind of mean.
Forbes put out an article saying that Megan Thee Stallion's thing went to #1 and all thanks to like the Nicki Minaj feud.
No.
But it's like, okay, that doesn't make sense though, because Nicki's Bigfoot, if this was such big feud and everybody was doing it because of Nicki Minaj, why is her song not even on the chart anymore?
Girl,
that doesn't make sense.
Let's be honest. She did not write that song about Megan Thee Stallion. She wrote that song about LeBron James, because what I seen on Twitter today, that's a Bigfoot girl.
I wonder if that's real or if that's like AI.
For his sake, I hope it's AI, because that toe,
that was weird.
That's scary, girl. He's got way too much money to have his feet
mangled.
looking like that.
Just strange. So if you made it this far in the video, please leave us a foot emoji for LeBron. And we will see you guys all in our next video.
Bye.